Hey, how's it going everybody? Welcome back to another Java video. In this one, we're going to talk about Java Arithmetic. So similar to other languages, Java also supports arithmetic operations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and the modulus operator. And this is my first time recording my face, so kind of distracting for me. So let's get started. Let's write some code. I hope you guys are able to see the screen. Yes, it is. Okay, so let's create a variable. That's what we learned in one of the previous videos. Let's give it a value 10. Let's create another one. Let's give it value, let's say 5. Now to add the variables, what we're going to do is we're going to type the variable names and x plus and then y. So this will give us the addition. Similar to this, we can write the negative sign, and then to multiply you need to use the asterisk and not the x, right? And then we have the division operator. Okay, so let's run this. Okay, now you can see the output. Yep, so x plus y is 15, 10 plus 5, and then we have x minus y, which is 10 minus 5. Then we have 5, then 10 multiplied by 5 is 50, 10 divided by 5 is 2. There is another operator which is the modulus operator, and what it does is it gives you the remainder. Okay, so when you divide x by 5, whatever the remainder is, it will give you that. In this case, the remainder will be 0 because 10 is completely divisible by 5. So if I run this, you'll see this value will be 0. You see 15, 5, 52, and then at the end we have the result of the modulus operator, and it is 0. And the IDE also gives us a warning that result of x mod y is always 0. Okay, unless you have some other value here, it will give you a warning. So if I just run this again, you'll see the remainder would be 2. See here. Now another way to use these operators is to use the shorthand. So let's just remove this and let's create a new variable. And what we're going to do is we're going to just assign it a value 0 at the end. Now let's say we want to add the value. So what we'll do is we'll say z equal to z plus x, right? So that's what we generally do, but there is a shorthand to do this. So what you can do is just remove this z plus, and before the equal to sign, just put whatever sign you want to use, whatever arithmetic operation you want to use. So here z plus equal to x is similar to z equal to z plus x. Okay, so let's run it and let's print z here, z, and you see the output is 10 because z is initially 0. So let's give it a value, let's say 4, and you'll see the output would be 14. Okay, similarly you can do this with the other variables as other arithmetic operations as well. So let's say you want to use the negative sign, you can do that. So 10 minus 4 would be 10 minus 4 would be 6. Yep. Yeah, minus 6, sorry, because z is 4, so we're doing 4 minus 10, so it takes the negative sign. Similarly you can multiply that, so it would be 40. Okay, and then if you divide it, so z divided by 4, it should be it shouldn't be divisible. Yep, gets 0. And then if you use the mod sign, okay, so 4, so it would be 4 mod 10, it should be the answer should be 4. Okay, so this is the shorthand, and these are the basic operators available in Java. And there's now one more thing. So this is the post increment and post decrement, similarly pre-increment, pro and pre-decrement operators. Yep, so let's see that. So how you use the post and post increment and post decrement, and the pre-increment and pre-decrement. So what it means is it will increase or decrease the value by 1, both the post and the pre, right? So if you're using the increment, it is x plus plus, and if you want to decrease the value, it is x minus minus. So the signs, the variable name followed by the sign. Okay, so if you want to increase the value, it will be a plus plus, otherwise it will be negative negative or minus minus. These are the post operators because they come after the variable name. Similarly, you have the minus minus x and plus plus x. Okay, so let's create a new variable here so that you guys can understand. So what we're going to do is we're going to just assign the z to x, sorry, x to z, and then just print z here, or z. And then after every change, we're gonna print that. Okay. Okay, so what it does is your initial value for x is 10. Here it will be incremented to 11, right? But what will happen is because it is post increment, first the value will be assigned to z, so which is 10. So 10 will be assigned to z, and then it will be increased to 11. Okay, so this should be 11. Similarly, this should be this should be a 10, whereas the value would be 11. Here it will be 10 again, and whereas the value actual would be 9. So what we can do is let's print x here as well so that you guys can understand it better. And here as well, and similarly here. Okay, let's give it some space. Okay, so this will be 10, this will be 11, then this will be 10, then this will be 9, then this will be again, so we have already incremented. So let's do one thing, let's just initiate x to 10 after every statement so that we do not have to calculate it at every step. Right, so now this will be 10, this will be 11, and this again x is 10, z is 10, x is because we decremented it, it will be 9, and then we have z here again, it is being pre-decremented, so it will be 9. Similarly, both of these values will be 9. Here it will be 11, and here 11 as well. So let's run it, and we can see that. Okay, so the first two statements, we have 10 and 11, that's correct. Then we have 10 and 9, which is again correct. Then we have 9 and 9, which is also correct. And then we have 11 and 11, so this is also correct. So what you need to understand, or what you need to remember actually, is that with the post operators here, where we have the sign after the variable name, it assigns the value to the variable first, and then either increments or decrements it based on the operator used here, right? So that's why we have, because the x was 10 and we incremented it, but because it is a post operator, we first assign that 10 to z. So that's why when we print z, it is 10, and then it is incremented to 11. Okay, so you need to remember that. Whereas in this case, when we do the pre-increment, the x is incremented to 11. So that's why in z it is stored as 11, and similarly for x, it has also become 11 here. Okay, so these are the post and pre-increment and decrement operators. These generally do not come handy, but yeah, you will use them for sure in the loops. Okay, and yeah, these are just the shorthands for incrementing or decrementing the value by 1. Okay, so there's one more thing that I think we should discuss. I hope you guys have heard of the bed mass or bod mass. Goes by different names at different places. Yep, so what it does is, let's create an equation kind of thing here. Let's say x is equal to 3 plus 2 multiplied by, and then open a bracket, 7 minus 4 divided by 5. I'm not sure what the output is going to be. What's the warning? Yeah, this can be replaced with 3. Obviously we can, because we don't have any value here. Instead, let's do something else entirely. Let's say z is equal to 10, and then we have y is equal to 4. Okay, so what we're going to do is let's just replace the variables here. Z plus y. Yeah. Okay, so the warning goes away. Now, the order of operations for this will be, if you have the basic understanding of mathematics, so this will be solved first, and then from left to right, whatever the operation comes, if it is of the highest priority, it will be picked up first. So the output would be something like this. So z is 10, then we have y, which is 4, and then we multiply that by 7 minus 5 would be 2, and then we divide it by 5. So this will be the order of operations. The next step would be again 10 plus 8 and divided by 5. So just give it some space here. So this should be it. It will be 1 point something. Not sure. Let's just print it out, and let's print x here. So it should be 11 point something. It is 11 because we have it as int here. Yeah, so again it is 11.0. What's the warning here? Integer, obviously, because let's create every variable as float here, and now you should get something 11 point something, 11.6. Right, so this is the order of operations. First the bracket is resolved, and then on the basis of the yeah, division comes first, multiplication, like they have the same priority, division and multiplication, and then we have the addition and subtraction at the subtraction at the last. Yeah, this is the one last thing that I wanted to cover. And okay, so yeah, I guess that is it for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.